Hello. Let's see here. Hello. Come on in, let's get started. Today we're gonna be talking about ways to make extra money. So when you join us, just share the video so others can learn from it as well. And when you join us, please be sure to say hello and let us know where you're joining us from. I hope you guys are having a lovely afternoon so far. So we're gonna give it about 30 seconds and we're gonna get started here because we have a lot to talk about. Let me grab my drink here. All right. Please share the video. Today we're gonna be talking about 20 ways that you can make some extra income. You're either gonna apply that to paying down your debt or to achieving your financial goals faster, or you can use that to save on that vacation that you've been planning to take. So whatever you want to do with the money, we are just going to talk about various ways that you can, various things that you can do with that money. Okay? So for those who are joining us, thank you for joining us. And I am Sylvie. I am one half of Beyond Financial Reset. And can you hear me okay? Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. Thumbs up. What happened to my comments? I'm going to be able to see the comments as they're coming. Can everybody hear me okay? Can somebody comment if you can hear me okay? Sometimes the audio is acting up. I want to make sure that we are all set before we get started, so we can get the best value out of this life, because there's a lot to talk about. And okay, all right, Staya, thank you for letting me know. So today, the topic for today is 20 ways to make extra income. And like I said before, I am Sylvie. I am a financial educator. I am also a nurse practitioner. But mostly, I've been spending my time as a financial educator and coach because I got laid off. So I thought it was really important that we exploit other options for raising income because, like, it happened to me and I got laid off, it could happen to anybody, right? So you always want to look at other options for making money just in case something were to happen to you. Now, there are various reasons why people might be afraid to step out of their comfort zones. Maybe because there are thoughts flooding in your head telling you that, you know, you're not good enough, right? Or because we're just afraid to step outside of what we are so used to. And for my case, like I said, if being a nurse practitioner, stepping outside of what I already know. And sometimes it's just like, what will people think, or what if I fail, or am I good enough? Well, I've got news for you, right? It's just fear. It's fear holding us back from moving forward. So if you're worried that you will fail, then that's good, right? Because failure is part of your journey. It's just, you know, a lot of people have to fail to succeed. So just remember that each time you fail, you want to try to fail forward. Okay, so just keep failing forward until you get to where you need to get to. If you're worried about what people will think, then just use it as a way to inspire your people so that they will wish that they were you doing what you're doing. All right. And I would just want to share this story with you. Sometimes you don't have to be limited to your skill set, because if you have a goal, which is something we encourage everybody to look into, if you have a goal that you're working towards, then that serves as motivation for you. So when I initially left out of nurse practitioner school, I did not have a job, but I am an RN. And for those who are familiar with that, an RN can work as a nurse practitioner can use her RN license. So I did use my RN license to work as a nursing home. Okay. Ango, you say you can't hear me? Somebody saying they can't hear me, or they can hear me? Okay. So, like I was saying, I graduated from nurse practitioner school. I didn't have a job, but we were working on paying down our debt. Okay, so I used my RN license to work as an RN, and in that time frame, we were able to pay down 45,000 of our debt. Okay, so again, money doesn't hear you perfectly. Thank you, Stangwani. So debt doesn't money has no color, right? So if you have a goal in mind, don't sit around waiting because you're waiting for your particular skill set. Just go out there and make money in the time frame, in the time that you're waiting or working on your resume, for building up your resume for that particular job that you're aspiring for. Because think about it, if you're sitting home and you're just watching TV, you're not making any money. But if you were out there making $20, that's $20 extra that you would not have had if you were just sitting home. Okay, so just think outside the box. And again, if you're worried about what people are gonna think about your goals. Use it as inspiration. Use it to inspire other people. And if you are wondering if you're not good enough for the job, then know that while you're sitting there thinking about the fact that you're not good enough, somebody who is less qualified than you just got paid. All right. So again, fear is telling you you're not good enough. but somebody who is less qualified is getting paid. So my advice is just go for it. Again, if you fail, the next time you're not going to fail as bad because you would have learned from it. All right? So with that being said, please share the video and let's get started talking about 20 ways that we can make extra cash during this time. And I'm going to start with, things that people are needing right now while we're on lockdown. All right? So the very first thing is babysitting. Now, I have kids and daycares have been closed. So there are people who still have to go to work and they're not wanting to send their kids to daycares if they're even open. So if you if you are able to babysit, that's a way to make some extra cash. Now it might need for you to take some extra certifications, but hey, if you have your kids and you're babysitting your kids and you don't mind having some extra kids, definitely look into it. All right. The second thing is delivering groceries. So groceries, people don't want to go out there and get groceries, or they're elderly people that cannot go out there and get groceries. So sites or companies like Amazon Fresh or Instacart are looking for people to drive out and deliver groceries for people. So if you are able to do that, that's another side hustle that you can look into. The third thing is cleaning houses, cleaning offices, especially now that we have the pandemic and people are needing deep cleaning. All right. So people are going to be very particular about, what chemicals you can use. So initially you might need to put some money up front to buy some cleaning supplies. But once you get going, you would have those supplies that you can obviously reuse. And there have some people that are so particular about, what you can use in their houses anyway. So they'll have supplies for you, right? So you just go out there and clean their houses, and make some extra money, right? The other thing is driving people around with Uber or Lyft. So if you're somebody who likes driving, or so just wants to get out there and clear your head and talk to people, that is another good side hustle for you. Okay, so look into driving for Uber or Lyft. Then the fifth way is to deliver food. All right, so there are a lot of people that like to eat out, but now they can't go out to eat. So restaurants have been closed during this pandemic. So the only other option is for people to have food delivered to them. So if you can deliver food to people's homes, then look into companies like Uber Eats or Postmates to deliver food. Now we have a lot of, there's some African people who are cooking food too. So that's another good option that they can look into. Instead of just cooking food in the restaurants, they can look at options to deliver food to people's homes, right? For an extra fee, make some extra money. The sixth thing will be to tutor online. Now, I cannot be the only parent who needs help with, this teaching. I get that they want us to teach the kids, online, but a lot of parents are needing help with their kids. So if you have the patience or you have the knack for teaching, just go online to, the sites like Tutor Me and register. So you can, for 1 hour or 2 hours, hook up with people's kids and help them with their homework. Again, that's an hour or 2 hours that you would have otherwise been sitting around maybe watching TV, that you can make some extra bucks. So if you are just joining us, please share the video and let me know in the comments some things that you have done as well to raise some extra money. But today we're going to be talking about 20 ways that you can raise some extra money. The seventh way is to deliver packages for Amazon. So people are stuck at home. And unfortunately, when we're stuck at home, when we're bored, what do? We shop. So Amazon is still needing people to deliver these packages. So again, you can drive for Amazon and deliver these packages. It pays about $18 to $25 sometimes, when to deliver these packages in the high seasons. So deliver these packages and make some extra money, right? Especially if it's, around where you stay. The eighth way is to become a transcriptionist. Now, if you're somebody who knows how to type really fast, what has happened, especially with medical offices, is they're moving to the virtual space. A lot of corporate offices too as well. They're moving to a virtual space. So they need people to convert these conversations that they're having with their clients to type these conversations that they're having with their clients, right? So if you're somebody who is good at typing, then you can listen to these conversations and type them out. And this transcriptionist makes some good money. So you can make anywhere from $20 to $40 an hour. Now you might need some certification, or it might need you to take some HIPAA training and all of that. But in the long run, you're listening to conversations and typing out what people are saying. And with the way that this pandemic is going, they're going to be needing transcriptionists for a long time. So that's a skill that you have that you can use to make more money. Another thing is, the ninth way is to teach English online. So a good site to look into is VIP Kid. This, at first, when people were using this, it was mainly to teach English to kids in China. But now again, our world is being transferred to a virtual space. So many people are using this platform to teach online. So please, if you want to teach, definitely look into it. Again, the site is VIP Kid. The 10th way is to rent your home or your space on Airbnb. Now, we had made a post earlier about us having an Airbnb. And if you have because this is something that we do as well. But I do want to say that with the COVID-19 and the pandemic, it is something that I would just advise, that because you are not able to test the guests that are coming through your home, you want to be cautious about making sure that your space is detached from the rest of your living quarters. Okay, so the room we are currently renting for us personally is detached from our home, so we're more comfortable letting people come in and we do not have any contact with them, and just, we do some extra cleaning and all of that. So, but Airbnb is a good way to raise some extra money. You rent out your space that you're not using, and they do the legwork for you. They do have insurance for you in case anything happens, so up to $1 million. So again, you have an extra room you're not using, why not rent it out? So the 11th way is to become a personal chef. Now, somebody like me who hates cooking, yes, I do. I'm Sylvie and I hate cooking. So I would definitely use a service like this. Plus, the fact that we cannot go out to eat. Think about this. You are planning a date night with your spouse or your significant other, and you cannot go out to eat. And you have somebody that is willing to come to your home to cook for you. How awesome is that? So we have a lot of people who are cooking that can just add this to their resume and say, hey, or to their services, like, I offer this, and for an extra fee they can come to your home. So if you are able, or you like to cook, or you know how to cook, this is something that you can look into as well and make some extra cash. Okay, The 12th way to tie into 11, which is using your getting paid for your talent, is if you're somebody who is creative, you know how to draw, or you know how to write, then they have sites like Upwork or Fiverr where you can put in like your resume. It's technically your resume of all your work, your graphic designs, or things that you've done. And if people need your services, they can come to you. So again, I know a lot of people that do stuff, that can draw, that can write, and that just write for pleasure, but they've never put out their work out there. So again, it doesn't hurt. It ties in with what I said before, that we're afraid to fail. We're afraid that people are going to judge us. But there are people out there who actually need our services. So put your work out there, and somebody will actually need, so there's somebody out there who actually needs your services and is willing and ready to pay for it, right? And if somebody doesn't want it, or somebody doesn't need it at this time, at least you can network with other people working in the same space and build on your resume and see how you can get better. And the 12th way is to, again, to tutor, to find jobs, tutor kids online, help them with their assignment. I think I talked about this a little bit on tutor.me and tutor.com, so just those sites. Then next, you can take surveys. Now, with surveys, a lot of companies need your opinion to build on their services. They need to, when it says, I love cooking, hire me. Yes, you love cooking, so yes, start going out and charging people for it. See how you can market your cooking, right? So I would definitely hire you to cook. Yeah, I hate cooking. So like surveys, people will pay you for your opinion, because they need to know if their services, if their product is working good, or if they need to tweak it a little bit to make it better. So they have sites like mypoints.com or Survey Junkie. So you fill out a survey for extra cash. Now, some of these surveys need you to have a certain qualifications, like maybe they can send out like medical surveys, or they can send out like surveys that are specific to fashion designers, but it doesn't hurt to go on there, put in what you do. And so when those surveys pop up that are specific to your field, you can fill them up for $10, $12, and you make some extra money. Now, a lot of them are time sensitive, so you want to make sure that you're filling those surveys early and not sit on them for 2 days, 3 days, because people get on them real quick so that they can get paid. And they sometimes lead to further surveys and testing, because they can bump you up sometimes to say, okay, you filled out the survey, now we need you to fill out more survey. And sometimes people get paid about $75 just for filling out those surveys. All right. The next way to make extra cash, which I use and I love, is to get cash back. If you are shopping and you're not getting cash back, you're leaving money on the table. So before you go shopping, there are many apps out there that will give you cash back just for doing or buying the things that you normally do. So you have like Ibotta that I use for my grocery. You go do grocery, you come back, you scan your grocery receipt, they give you cash back. So say for the milk we buy $2, Ibotta will give us 25 cents. That's 25 cents that I didn't have to work for, but just scanning it, I got 25 cents back. Now the other one I love is Rakuten. If you're not using Rakuten, I'm gonna give you the hookup, because Rakuten has almost every store on its site. So if you're gonna shop and then you use Rakuten, they give you cash back, sometimes $1, 1%, I'm sorry, sometimes 2%, just for shopping through the site. It takes 1 click, 2 clicks, excuse me, but that's 1% or 2% that you would not have had if you did not go through their site. But I want to stress here that buy things that you would normally buy. Do not look at the cashback and say, okay, because they bumped up their cashback to 6%, which they normally do during high shopping seasons, like during the Christmas and stuff. So you don't want to be tempted to shop more during that time because you want the cash back, okay? So what you want to do is just buy things that you normally do, stick to your budget, and then get your cash back, okay? So definitely look into using those cash back apps to get money back. The next way is to sell things that you do not need. Now, a lot of us have things in our homes that we don't use, we don't need, but we just don't want to get rid of them. It's like we have trouble parting with those things, okay? So how many of us have looked at stuff and said, okay, I need to get rid of those things, and 6 months later they're still sitting in their homes? Let me know in the comments, because I know I have like baby clothes that I've been wanting to get rid of, and it's like, okay, 4 months later they're still sitting there, right? So that's all unwanted stuff that you can sell, because stuff that you don't need, somebody out there needs it, and that you can make money from. So we have sites like eBay, Poshmark, Craigslist, and people have designer stuff. I know a lot of us like designer items. Once you wear them once, twice, you don't want to wear them again, because you say everybody's seen them. You've taken pictures and put them on Facebook. People seen it, so it's sitting in your closet. So why not get an eBay, Craigslist, put it on there, and somebody's gonna buy it, right? But here's what happened the other day. My husband has a shoes that he hadn't used for a while. He put it on eBay, and he made $200 and something for this pair of shoes that was just sitting in his closet. Now, can you imagine $200 and something that he would not have otherwise made if he did not go on eBay and list his pair of shoes? Now he has $250 that if he needs another pair of shoes, he can go buy another pair of shoes. Okay? Yes, sis, 3 years later, they're still there. Yeah, my daughter is 6 years old and her clothes are still sitting there. So you can, sell this stuff, and it's going to help you pay down your debt, or you can save for the vacation for the kids, or you can apply it to your college tuition. So there are endless possibilities of what you can do with that money. The next thing which I really found interesting was you can advertise on your car. Now, it doesn't get any passive than this when you're trying to raise money. So with Rapify, they cover your car with ads, and you just drive around and they pay you for having the ads on your car. All right? So for people who drive a lot, as I know when I went to Atlanta, I was talking to my friend, and they drive about 45 minutes to work. So think about it, your commute to work one way is like 45 minutes. That's an hour, 30 minutes every day. So if you're getting paid by the miles, that's a lot of money. You wrap your car up in ads, and you get paid for driving the car that you would have driven anyway. Now, if you have payment on your car, the car is paying itself. You're driving your car to work, they're paying you, you apply it to your car payment. So again, the site is Rapify. You can look into it if it's something that you interested in. So it's a win-win situation. Excuse me. The next thing is to start your own business. Now, all of these things that we talk about is their ideas that it's, it starts from something that you love, and you can always build on into making your own business. Starting your own business is not something that you might immediately bring you money, but I don't think there's any better time than to look into starting your own business, because we're at a point where we're realizing that jobs are not guaranteed. So you want to be in a position where you want to make sure that you always have an income coming in. So you want to be in charge of your money. So if you look at any of these side hustles and say, okay, this is something that I love to do, and you can always build it. Excuse me, what's happening? You can always build it up into your own business. The other thing with owning your own business is that you're going to start getting your tax benefits, and also you start looking into how can I get more, save more for my retirements and stuff. So starting your own business is definitely a good idea. It's something that I would encourage people to look into. The 19th way to raise money is to become a virtual assistant. Now, if you're somebody who is really organized and you're familiar with all the social media platforms and you spend time on social media, this is a good option for you, right? So I know this, what happens is we get on social media and we get sucked into one news story after another, and you just keep going down the rabbit hole. So instead of us spending time down the gossip blogs and all this news story, think about it. If you're a virtual assistant and you're actually working on social media and you're getting paid $15 an hour, or sometimes virtual assistants make $500, $600 to $1,000 a month. That's easy money, right? So you're on social media, but this time you're making money. So you're not just sitting there reading blogs, but you are working. So it's something that you enjoy doing, something that you would have been there anyway, but now it's bringing you some money. And then again, if you want to turn it into a business, tomorrow you can look at how I became a virtual assistant, and you start teaching other people how to become virtual assistants. You see, that's a business idea, and now you have a coaching business for developing other virtual assistants. Or if you like cooking, you start making a cooking course for how to coach, how you took your cooking business from cooking at your home to, like Sister Gwani likes cooking. Like Sister Gwani likes cooking, to just going to becoming a personal chef, and then like making different dishes, and then you have other people like that have YouTube channels. So you can scale your business, you can scale it to whatever you want to scale it to. So there are different things that you can do as far as the business wise, but it all starts with this idea of what do I like to do, right? Then the last thing is you can start a blog. Now with starting a blog, you can think about like your experiences you can document about your experiences. So say for example you're home during this COVID-19 and you're a mom going through challenges teaching your kid, right? So that's a blog right there. You can start talking about it. Or you got laid off and you want to inspire people. So you can start talking about it, or you start talking about things that you care about. If you were touched by Black Lives Matter, and you want to talk about it, or how Black Lives Matter affects immigrants and immigrants, you can start talking about it. So you can start a blog about things like that, and then from your blog you can start looking at how you can incorporate affiliate marketing. Okay, so Those are all ways that you can start looking at making money, extra money. And of course, like I said, it starts with making the money, but we always want to think about how we can make money in our sleep, right? That should always be your end goal. You never want to be working dollar for dollar. You never want to be working, clocking in and clocking out so you're making money. Your end goal should always be, how can I be sleeping and I can hear money dropping in my account, right? So whatever you do, remember this. Your income should be as passive as possible, right? So somebody said, how do I become a virtual assistant? They do have people that teach you how to become a virtual assistant. I'm gonna put in all the links that I have for the sites, so you can definitely look into becoming a virtual assistant. But they offer like courses that you can look into. So any other questions? And before I forget, there's a video that's dropping in 2 hours on our YouTube channel. It's talking about 10 ways to manage your money better. We'll be dropping it in about 2 hours, so be on the lookout for that as well. And we do have some nuggets in there for you. So at the end, if you have any other ways that you've been making extra money, please let us know in the comments so we can help other people make money too. All right. So that was all the life I had for you today. 20 ways to make money. I hope that, or if you've used any of these ways to make money, please let us know how that turns out for you. We definitely want you to continue to win with money, but we also know that to be able to build wealth so you can do the things you want, the things you care about, you need money, you need income. Okay, so you need to be able to generate income. And aside from generating income, some of the things that you can do right now is just cutting back on your expenses. All right, so while we're thinking about these ways of generating income, you definitely can just looking at your expenses and cutting back on your expenses as well. All right, so if there are no other questions, thank you for joining us, and I will check back again in the comments section. And if you think of anything, drop it in there and I will be sure to answer. Okay, so share the video. Our channel is Beyond Financial Reset on YouTube. Be sure to check it out. And our Facebook is Beyond Financial Reset. Be sure to check that as well. And we are doing we're gonna be doing better. We're gonna be putting out more videos, definitely. So I want to encourage you, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, you definitely want to do so, because we will be putting out a lot more educational videos for you. So we don't want you to miss out. Okay, and also we will be putting out a lot more stuff on our page for people to learn how to manage their money better. So if you haven't subscribed to our page, you definitely want to subscribe to our page. And for couples, and we have a Beyond Financial Reset couple Facebook page, so you want to check that as well. So we'll be doing some live sessions in there and some educational session in there as well. So there's a lot of things that are going to be happening on Beyond Financial Reset, because we definitely want people to take control of their money. We want families to get better. So please be on the lookout for that. And thank you for continuing to support us. And we believe that if we get better, our community gets better. So let's do this together. All right, you have a great Saturday.